today is all about everyday apps and mobile technology. Now, bring to the forefront of your mind the last time that you went for a number 2. Stay with me, okay? Give me a chance here. The last time you went to the bathroom was probably quite a dull affair. We hope. But imagine how much happier the world might be if going to the lavatory felt like you were taking your secret bits to a day spa. Lucy caught up with TOTO London recently to dive a little bit deeper into the toilets of tomorrow.
To most, a toilet is just a toilet, an essential fixture that serves its purpose when nature calls or makes for a great place to check Facebook without interruption. But since its inception over 100 years ago, the porcelain throne has remained largely unchanged. Before that, most folks did their business in one of 2 ways, in a hole in the ground or in a chamber pot, often concealed in a commode. Yuck. And that's pretty much the tale of the toilet in the West. But in the Far East, it's a different story. There, they are crazy about them. So I'm paying a visit to TOTO, the purveyors of high-tech Japanese bathroom furniture, to lift the lid, quite literally, on how technology is revolutionising the humble toilet. Japanese company TOTO have been around for almost 100 years, but they're not just concerned with creating a truly modern lavatorial experience. They also specialise in other intelligent bathroom features too. Now this is the SE bath. This is no ordinary bath. So using these buttons underneath here, I can do this. Bubbles! So that's quite cool. I'm going to turn that off. But the final piece of this bath, the piece de resistance as I like to call it, is the discotheque feature. Now that's not its official name, it's the name that I've given it. What you can do is ultimately control the lights coming out of the bath. So I can browse through blues and oranges, and according to TOTO, the light really has a positive effect on your mood. You've basically got a disco in your bath. Chuck in a speaker and you've got a full-on party in the bathroom. So TOTO have been described as the Apple of toilet tech, so naturally it makes sense to talk to an expert in high-tech toilets. That's where Floyd Case comes in. Floyd, hello, how are you?
Hi Lucy, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. Oh, hello. Okay, I feel like I'm in a bit of a haunted house. Please explain to me what on earth I'm looking at. It's not just an ordinary toilet, is it?
No, this is a very special toilet. This is what we call a washlet. And this type of device has been around in Japan for about 35 years.
Yeah.
And let me show you how it works.
Please, please do.
If I pretend I'm sitting down, so if I hold the seat, and you grab the remote control.
Grabbing the remote.
It is remote controllable.
Yep, yep.
If I ask you to press the rear button, and you'll notice that there's a little wand that will first wash itself, and it's going to come out.
Oh
and it's
yeah,
going to
out
wash
comes
you.
the wand.
Exactly. So there you have an invigorating wash.
It's moving up and down, it's oscillating. Oh, I can control the position as well.
Absolutely. It's clean, warm water. So you're going to be incredibly clean.
So how do people react for the first time when they see that nozzle come out of the back of the toilet? Because I'm not going to lie, it looks a little bit petrifying. I imagine first contact with it is a little bit scary.
You normally don't see it at first, you feel it. But when you feel it, it's a different sensation. But normally I'd say you have to try it once or twice to get used to it. Then once you do, you never look back, as I say.
Floyd, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
I'm now going to go and down lots of water and try the washlet for myself. So humans have been devising creative ways to spend a penny since Adam and Eve first crossed their legs. But if these high-tech toilet makers are anything to go by, we'll soon be saying see ya to the bog standard loo.
The idea of electrolyzed water does sound a little bit foreboding, but I guess there lies the essence of future technology. To progress, sometimes we must take a leap of faith. And I must say, bravo, Lucy. It takes a very composed person to talk about toilets without sniggering. She did marvellous. Toilets. Sorry. I'm good. Away from cars, watches and water closets, you may simply want to better your daily organisation. So I put together a few must-have apps for you. People far and wide pride themselves on being prompt. Most of them are anything but. Did you remember those all-important groceries? Nope. What about that career-defining meeting which will make or break your family eating said groceries at all? Ah, These may be extreme examples, but organisation, no matter how simple a thing it might appear to amend, is really tricky for some people. Well, thank goodness for the apps which will literally beep and vibrate when you're supposed to do something important. Take Evernote, the mobile version of magnetically sticking a post-it note to the fridge. The app grants you the ability to copy and save a variety of different note types so that you never need worry about forgetting to empty your pockets before doing the laundry. The Evernote software is designed to archive photos, voice memos, web pages, written text, basically everything. For Twitter users, you can also make notes to tweets and save them remotely through the app, which proves that no matter what incoherent nonsense you favorited, you can look back at it again and again across all your hardware whenever you like. Perhaps one day in the near future you might want to get married. You may even be tossing together a few ideas to make the perfect home. Why not paste all these ideas and more to a digital pinboard via the almighty Pinterest? It's mass photo sharing done simply and effectively as you save inspiring ideas relevant to your individual interests, hobbies, or upcoming events. If you're struggling to find decent source information of your own or can't be bothered with the legwork, then there are tastemakers available which suggest recommended pages for you to visit. Pinterest might not organise your life per se, but an app so well designed to inspire creativity can certainly help bettering your future. Nothing gets more exciting than jetting off somewhere for your holidays, completely organised without the feeling of panic that you've left something behind once you've boarded the plane. I'm not saying you're the kind of person that would leave your child at home to fight burglars in your absence either, just the simple stuff like tickets, reservations and helpful information. Well, in this case, you simply need TripIt, the master itinerary app. All you need do is save email confirmations for theatre and movie tickets, rental car info, hotels and restaurant reservations to your TripIt folder, and hey presto, panic over. It even has the smarts to save these details to your smartphone's inbuilt calendar. We've yet to touch on 76% of the world's New Year's resolution, organising your diet. MyFitnessPal is an all-encompassing app designed to ease the pressures of keeping your diet on track by storing all of the info just a swipe and a click away. Whatever your calorie intake, simply find the foods you eat in the app's database, which consists of over 3 million items, and combine exercise routines to determine your daily performance. Connect with your friends, set goals and targets to reach. All your progress is logged on a straightforward interface and makes MyFitnessPal the best way of keeping vigilant when it comes to getting yourself in shape.
We've covered a lot today, but one of the fundamental areas of everyday tech we've yet to tackle comes in the form of the humble pen.
Pens, pencils, wax crayons, remember those? Few things are more fundamental to humans' desire to record, to share, or to even just doodle than the act of writing. So today, I want to take a look at where writing and technology merge to see if a few apps and a little bit of electricity can help make the humble pen even more mightier than the sword.
First up, the LiveScribe 3 Smart Pen.
Now, as a basic pen, it writes on paper. So far, so good. But it's when you sync it up over Bluetooth to your iOS device and the LiveScribe Plus app that things start to get a little bit more interesting. So what you can do is here, live on the app, you can see what you're scribbling. And then with a simple swipe to the right, it will translate that into text that you can act upon, copy, paste, or share with other apps such as Evernote or OneNote. There we go. See what you're scribbling. Quite impressive. Now you do have to write on some special paper with the LiveScribe. You get a pad of it in the box, and you can also print out your own from pretty much any printer. And the dot paper, as it's called, has got thousands of these little dots which the LiveScribe uses to track its movement on the page with this little sensor underneath the nib. It's a neat idea, and I have to say I really rather like it, although having to use this dot paper and the sheer size of the pen may be a restriction for some. Next up, the S Pen. Now, this debuted with the Galaxy Note in 2011. It's got a really precise nib, which has made it a real success with note takers and digital artists. It's also got a nifty little thumb button with some little smarts of its own, including the ability to select a random area of the screen and copy and paste that for later on.
Several versions of the Galaxy Note later, and Samsung have teamed up with writing royalty Mont Blanc to produce some high-end styli.
So far we've put pen to paper and stylus to smartphone, but what if we could write things in thin air? That is the promise of the 3D pen.
No longer are you confined to scribbling on paper. With a 3D pen you can draw in the air, letting you create rigid three-dimensional structures. It uses pretty much the same technology as a 3D printer, extruding molten plastic through the nozzle, which quickly cools and hardens. Needless to say, being creative with them takes a good deal of practice, but with persistence, the results can be impressive.
So, pens do tech, and it turns out they do it really rather well. But is the writing on the wall for the ballpoint pen? Answers on a postcard, please.
Tech pens, along with all the other applications we've showed you today, prove that your life every day can be made so much better, so effortlessly, if you're simply willing to invest in the technology that's available to you. Make sure to join myself, David and Lucy again next time as we explore the curious case of connectivity in the home. Finally, a chance to have a cuppa. See ya.